Hello, mates. Welcome to London. Now, run for your lives. Hello.
And we're live. Hi, everybody.
Damn, I'm not through the commercial yet.
I don't know what to tell you. There's people out there in Twitch land wanting to be entertained, Tony.
I click on my Twitch at the very last minute and the commercial was still playing. I didn't even get to see my glorious opening made by Dylan Trahan. Thank you very much, Dylan.
Yes. Hey, Grace, what is the puppy's name again?
Yeah, puppy love.
Moose.
Oh,
Her name is Moose. Yes.
Weeks, thank you. I'm sorry, Weeks. Rex, thank you for the cheer. We already got a 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's for the puppy.
Experience.
It's all for the puppy.
The puppy. She deserves it, so it's fine.
There'll be no show tonight. It's just going to be puppy.
Puppy cam.
It's all just puppy.
We need to get a vampire, a Dracula cape. How long do you think we could get the fake vampire teeth to stay in? Well, she's got her own vampire teeth.
They got canines.
We'll get some tape.
These things are pretty darn sharp.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, especially as a puppy. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They got them needle teeth going on.
Yes, you did.
There's no point in doing a show with a puppy there.
Well, she can go in her kennel at any
Pull and
point.
focus. No, leave the puppy. Otherwise, we'll lose viewers.
We don't have Napoleon, so we need Moose.
Oh, Napoleon. I miss Napoleon.
Everyone misses Napoleon.
Yeah, Solinity's like, leave the puppy. We love the puppy.
I'll try to do a quick recap because now the coterie is back together again, and you are all at the church and cemetery of St. Alphege, which is the southern haven of General Arthur Halesworth, the proper gangrel sheriff south of the river. You, I don't want to say you burned the Crystal Palace to the ground, but the Crystal Palace has burned to the ground, and for a reason regarding your participation in opening its doors. But, the general seemed cool about that. Arthur, you actually spent some time with him, shared a drink of blood.
Yep.
Was able to give him cryptic knowledge about the future. I don't know if he followed any of it because I went back and watched it and couldn't follow any of it.
You gonna take that, Arthur? Time to go murder hobo on this joint.
But in fairness to Arthur, he was a little gangreled out at the time, both from the fire and then having been in the presence of both a youthful version of his sire and his sire's sire.
Yep. It's like most talks with Grandpa. Sometimes he doesn't understand all of it.
Your temporal worlds are collapsing in upon you. But at the end of the evening, he provided safe haven for everybody. There's a basement that has a row of coffins. Used to be an old crypt. Now they're emptied out for his use and his team's use. It's an odd choice that I didn't have you make at the end of the last episode, but anybody here, lid, no lid? If you had a choice on being inside of a stone box, you're already safe within the crypt, mind you.
So we're deciding whether or not we're closed in?
Yeah, it was a question I've had for some time because, it's a question of personal security. How do you feel? You feel like you need the lid? You are in a safe haven, presumably, but it's odd for a vampire to sleep open.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd be closed in.
Lid.
Yeah.
Are we going lids? Because they have them. They just don't have enough to go around for everybody. Some of the other guys
I'm
will
not.
have.
Vanyo's not going to take one.
No lid?
No lid.
Yeah. This is when we get bolted in and set on fire.
Yeah, I know.
We just get a nice, like petrol bath. But creature of habit.
Well, they'd probably have a crude petrol by this time.
Or whale oil,
Yeah, something that burns.
Yeah. But I'd rather at least die in a nice stone box than be voyeured by, I don't know, future sire. It's weird.
It was just an idea that I wanted to put forth. But there you go. You can all rest in these boxes overnight. Julian, you chose a lid? You had to have chosen a lid. Huh? No lid?
No, Julian. No, none of this matters.
He's gone completely nihilist on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. He will take whatever is there.
All right.
Mhm.
One of the other gangrel was happy to have a lid then. It makes him feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
The morning will come. The sun will rise. You will be comfortably in torpor for the day.
Why, thank you, Wolf. Cheered
Oh, yeah.
500. Thank you.
500.
Yes, thank you very much.
I don't know how to tell them, but what are we going to do with these bits?
Yeah, what are you going to do with these bits? I think you should just give us more experience to spend right now.
How?
Easy. You go, hey guys, guess what? Have 20 experience. There you go. Booyah. What do you guys think? Sound good? Sound good.
No, we're not. We'll figure something else by the end of the show to do with the bits.
Wolf.
Giving you more experience is not because what is it going to end up? Never mind.
Despite Tony's indifference, Wolf,
Do you want to do?
we all
let's
appreciate you so much.
Vanya, for the next evening when the sun finally goes down. Can you give me a rouse check for the evening and tell me how you did?
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
Just, you hit the rouse button at the bottom of your character sheet.
Let me go over to so I can see the roll. And let's see here.
Move that over so I can see.
I got a 0.
It's
Oh yeah, but
you
it only
rolled
rolled.
You rolled a 2.
Yeah, it's not doing it right, correct? Or is that his?
No, it's doing it right. 0 means you failed the rouse check.
Okay, so now I'm up to 2 dots of hunger then.
Well, you're not.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh, what?
But hold that thought. Julian, give me a rouse check for the evening here. See, 0. See, when you mouse over the 0, it'll tell you what the real roll was. His was
Well, I can roll another way. Or is that...
you did just fine.
Great.
You don't get hungrier though. But hold that thought. Arthur, would you like to roll your rouse check?
I want to sleep in today. Let's see what happens. That's a 9. Wait, yes, that is a 9.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
Then congratulations. You do not get any hungrier. Hold that thought for just a moment.
Goody. I'd love when the SG says that. Nothing bad ever happens after
Nothing
it.
bad ever happens. Lilith, roll your hunger die.
All right.
Well, look at that. You do not get any hungrier because you rolled a 7.
Yeah.
Are you you have that weird ability that nobody understands how it would benefit a vampire, but you can rise an hour early when the sun is still up.
Right.
You gonna wake a little early and just hang out?
Yeah. I mean, I'll wake a little early. I mean, because I'm inside, right?
You
Or,
are.
like,
You're in a crypt with a coffin with a lid.
yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I'd probably get up and get out and kind of look around.
What you see is that the lids are off of all the coffins, and that 3 of your compatriots have been staked.
Okay.
Coming down the hall into the crypt, it sounds like it's the boy, Doyle, and somebody trying to teach him the ropes. Now, come on, boy. Down this way. You say you staked him, did you? All right. What are you going to do?
I mean, I think I'd like to try to stealth and get closer to see if I can tell what the heck is going on.
They're trying to kill us. Get them.
If you're listening to the conversation, Doyle's explaining that he doesn't know what's going on, but yeah, I did like he said. I put the stakes right through him. All but for the woman, I didn't feel right about doing it to the thing. Well, go back down there then and take care of the woman too. We've only got about an hour before the sun goes down. You bleeding idiot.
Okay. Well.
So the boy's heading back down the stairs. Coming into the crypt, wants to stake you.
Kill
I mean,
that son of a bitch.
yeah, if that's what I would do.
That's exactly what you would do.
I try to grapple him at least. See, I mean, but then there's someone else. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to grapple him. See if I can.
Roll your strength brawl. Though only a failure truly matters, because he's just a slightly ghouled young man.
Just a wee lad.
Just a wee lad, yeah.
Tombstone pile drivers right on the stairs. Get him.
When he comes down the stairs, you can flip him around the corner and just right into his face. He's terrified. He's like, no, wait.
What could you possibly say right now that would make me stop?
The general, he knows. He knows about you. He blames you for burning the Crystal Palace. He's gonna send you to the prince at the tower. Please, I had no choice.
You had no choice.
I had no choice.
How can that be true?
How can it not be true?
Can't kill him.
I can help you, but you gotta be staked. They're gonna come back down here. They're gonna put you in crates.
Why? Why do they have to be staking us?
It's the only safe way to transport you back across the river.
I don't think you could have just fucking asked.
Well, for what? Please, if you don't mind, kind sirs and ma'am, we'd like to throw you in the Tower of London now.
Can I knock him
that's
out?
not how
Can
it
I try
works.
to hit him just with my so if I get my baton out and just hit him over the head?
Oh damn! You get the baton too.
Yeah, you are a kindred, and he is merely mortal. So when you smack him, it smacks him and draws blood.
Okay.
There's a trickle of blood going down his head. He's like, I'm sorry, look. If you get back in the coffin, I won't put it through your heart, you understand? But then you can wake up later and get away.
Or we could get away now.
Please don't kill me. I'm just doing what I'm told. And the other one, the gangrel one of yours, he said some very strange things to me.
That doesn't matter.
No,
And
I think it might.
I'm gonna hit him again.
It spreads. The nihilism contagion spreads.
If you hit him hard enough, you may knock him out.
Yeah, I mean that's my goal is to knock him out so I can see.
You'll knock him out and drop him on the ground. He'll have a bleeding gash from his head.
Yeah, yeah. So now, I mean, if he's down, I'll go check on the other ones, where they're staked at, etc. If I can do anything.
They're right next to you, and each coffin lid is open for whoever. Vanya was sleeping open, and Julian was sleeping open. And so I mean, you see them. They've got stakes right through their hearts.
Oh, my suit.
But here's the thing: it's not sunrise yet. You wake an hour early.
Right.
Even if you pull these stakes out, they're not going to wake up.
I don't know. I mean, if I pull them out, nothing will happen. If I leave them, then we'll get captured. More so than we already are, right?
I like that you see it that way. Okay, you are the only one awake. The boy had given you an option, but
That's gone.
I mean, I'm not gonna get staked.
he
I
was,
had a
he wasn't going to stake you through the heart.
No, still. I mean, the
Yeah.
rest of them aren't either, correct?
No, they are.
Oh, they are. I mean, I guess I think I just have to. I mean, they'll come. I'll wait there. I'm going to wait there and see what happens. If there's more people who come, I don't.
Okay.
Like
Eventually-
right inside the door, the bat. Bunk.
Eventually, the voice that you had heard yelling at the boy is yelling down to the boy again.
Right.
Doyle fucking Fincher, get your sledgehammer fucking ass up here now.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. If anything, I'm waiting for them to come down here.
Then give it a minute and he will come storming down the halls. This one's kind of a bigger, burly brute of a guy. Still, he's walking around in the daylight, which is up the stairs, so he can't be Kindred.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
what would you like to do?
I mean, I want to. I mean, I'd like to grapple him and see if I can get actually anything out of him. Doyle was too naive to know anything. And it would have thrown him into some corner, obviously not easily seen.
Poor kid.
I can't move the map. It's
Sure you can.
taking up the whole.
If you just
No.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean by off center. If you move it to the left.
Yeah, but your stuff gets
No.
the
Try-
marks that you had made.
Oh, those squares? Yeah.
Yeah, they get moved. So leave it here.
Okay. Some of that stuff won't show up. I'll see if I can't figure out something else. But continue on.
Just zoom in on whatever part of the map you were at.
It would take too much to explain on air. So, but go ahead.
Oh, wait. You got complaints. Here, let me.
Okay, as it sits right now, there we go. There's our.
Here's where you are. You're down in the basement of this place, and I'll get rid of Aylesworth here.
We're good.
I should have some graveyard sounds. So the other one comes down the stairs. How hungry are you, Lilith?
I've got 3 dots.
Ooh, that's pretty
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah.
Would you like to slake some of that hunger?
Yes, please.
There's somebody in
How
the
much
corner.
of that?
I'm not touching him. I want to. Well, I'm going to see if I can get anything out of him first. If I can't, then I'll kill him. I'll slake all my hunger.
You don't have any special kind of entrancement abilities, do you?
I mean, other than the one that I make him fall in love with me.
No. Is that the route you want to take? At
Yeah.
this point?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have a dominate or anything. You can simply try to put the fear of vampire into it.
Yeah. I mean, the way I feed anyway is I'm a siren, so I have to do that basically. I have to allure them in.
Then roll me your.
I think it's a
What is
rouse check, right? Ah!
You roll charisma subterfuge for your siren call.
Just a lot of dice.
Oh, look at all those sixes.
Yeah. 4 successes.
That is plenty enough to convince this large burly man who's just been accosted in a crypt that you are the woman of his dreams, and he'd gladly listen to anything you have to say for hours. And if
So
you want to feed off of him,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I want to do with him right now.
feed or talk.
Well, so I'll start out by saying, why did you send the boy down here to do a man's doing?
Didn't think there was any danger.
I think you
You're not-
underestimated us.
You're not supposed to be awake.
Well, there's something special about me.
There
That's
is
the reason
something
why.
special about you.
Who told you to do this?
Halesworth. He's angry.
Why? Why is he angry with us?
He thinks you're spies. Sabbat spies.
Hmm.
You burned down his crystal palace. He'd love that. He'd love that place.
That's what happens when you're in love, and I'll go ahead and just feed off him.
You can slake all down to 1 dot of hunger without killing him.
Then I want to kill him.
You're gonna kill him?
Yeah.
In for a penny, in for a pound, right?
You take
Pissed anyway.
Halesworth's most trusted ghoul and you drain him dry. His skin begins to shrivel. The moisture is sucked out of his body. He's fully mortal, but in a matter of moments looks ancient and preserved.
Yeah.
You have absolutely no hunger. Oh, and boy, that had to feel good.
It's been a long time since I've eaten, so.
What would you like to do with the body? This is a problem.
He already hates us. He already wanted to ship us off.
Yeah, I know, but what do you want to do with this particular body? This dead one that's laying in front of you.
I'll put him in the crypt I was sleeping in.
Put him in the crypt you were sleeping in. Perfect idea. In fact, you could probably put the boy in there too if you wanted to. Although he'd wake up with a freshly dead body in him.
Yeah, I'll put him down first, and then the dead body.
Traumatize them when they're young. Builds character.
Got to make memories for a lifetime, don't you?
Always remember your first.
Over the course of the next 45 minutes or so, you're not going to be disturbed down here in the crypt. The sun is going to go down, and the rest of the hounds are going to rise. as well as Halesworth himself. If you unstake your friends, they will be able to rise when the sun finally vanishes over the horizon.
Yeah. I mean, so where are we as terms of like in the compound?
The basement, the center.
Yeah, figured as much.
That's where all the crypts were.
Yeah.
There's a stairway that goes up to a bottom floor, which you're familiar with. It was sort of the main living area for the place. The second floor was the barracks of the hounds. Each of them had their own private sealed off room.
Yeah.
And then there were as many as 4 ghouls wandering about, you figure.
Okay. Well, I mean,
half a dozen vampires.
Yeah. I'll definitely unstake all of them, obviously.
Each of you can wake with whatever requisite hunger you had from your rouse checks, but you're each going to have 2 superficial damage done to yourselves.
Don't like it.
And a hole in your chest that is just now healing up as your eyes open. If your clothes weren't already ruined, damn it, these nice Victorian threads.
They didn't open it up before they did it?
No, they
Oh,
went straight
assholes.
through the silk shirt. God damn it.
Well, Vanya doesn't wear silk. Come on, he's not gauche. So, all right.
And then the rest of the coterie can rise, feeling a bit worse for the wear.
Yeah. We need to get out of here. What did you say to
the
him last
hell,
night, Arthur?
They staked us.
Yeah, they staked you. They wanted to ship us across the river.
Where were they going to ship us? Across the river? To who?
I don't know what's over there.
Yeah, fair enough.
No,
other
not
part
too
of-
stable.
It's more London, yes? Arthur, what the hell did you say to that guy?
What does everyone know? Everyone always blames me first.
Well, all I know is there's one of us that has this secret meeting with the Halswell, and I turned French all of a sudden.
Are you mocking me?
Yeah, pretty much. You have this private meeting with him. Next thing I know, I wake up with a steak in me.
Julian, you also woke up with a stake in you, though I believe you have a better idea of what the conversation was actually about. You're muted, I think.
Yeah.
I imagine you have the same questions, though.
Well, based off of what was said, the general wanted. I'm unclear as to whether or not it was the general that was trying to kill us, or if the boy was telling the truth, or if the boy was lying. So I'm not going to say anything.
Well, the other ghoul told me, and he was infatuated, that he was told by the sheriff, but...
There's 2 sheriffs.
Well,
This ghoul told you that Halsworth wanted to send us across the river, but he didn't tell you why.
I don't think he owed it to me.
If the boy was attempting to save us, you said, from a worse fate, who does he work for? And why is he dead?
Oh, the boy's not dead. Don't worry. He's alive. I left him. Don't worry.
Okay, then I'll wake him up.
He's under a dead body.
Just cuff him by the get a corpse by the collar.
If you were paying attention to any of the ghouls that were around when you were brought in, this was the big tough guy who's now shriveled up into a bit of a raisin. And below him is the young 13-year-old lad, knocked unconscious.
I'll try to wake him up.
You should be able to. Slap him around a little. Do you want to juice him?
Nah, pointless. I just want to wake him up and just lean over the coffin and just make it darker around so when he wakes up he just sees just eyes staring down at him.
Like tunnel vision. It will happen because you control the shadows, Jew.
Hello. This is the end. Final judgment.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Who do you work for? What? Who do you work for?
I just got sent here. I'm the general's now. Halesworth's now.
Who sent you to help us?
I was gonna help her.
Why?
She seemed nice. But she was away. She was away. I didn't know you could wake. I didn't know you could wake up.
Is anybody hungry?
Yes, I think I could use a little bit, but unfortunately, we need to find some weapons. I'm afraid that we're going to have to do some dirty work here. I'm assuming all of our shit was taken from us, right?
Yes, although not your phones.
Surprisingly, okay, cool.
Well, they don't know what the hell they are, and they didn't look like weapons.
Okay.
Only the things that look like weapons. So Lilith still has her baton. It didn't look like anything.
Okay, so my knives are gone. Is there anything?
Your knives are gone. The gun is gone.
Anything down here that could be possibly construed as a weapon? There's side stakes and mallets.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of stakes, and there's big pieces of concrete.
Thank you, Wolf. That's another 400 there, just so you know, Tony.
All right, you keep track. We'll figure something out.
I'm keeping track right now. So, got it.
I'll tell you what. Well, that's hard to do because that makes
I could
somebody
use,
hang out.
The boy had
a morsel. Do you know a way out of here?
Stairs.
Do you know a way that we can't be seen?
It's just the stairs.
I'll tell you what. You lead us through, and if anybody sees you, I'll kill you.
I'm new.
Very sneaky. And he puts his hand over the kid's mouth. Are we ready to go?
Yes, we need to go now.
Okay. Yep. Let's go. Let's go.
Duncan.
I'll take a steak. I'll take 2 steaks if nobody else takes any.
It's always good to have a couple steaks.
Yeah.
There's at least 4 down here. You know that.
Right. So.
Man, I wish my premonition had kicked in. Fuck.
What do you need?
Well, thank you, Queen, for liking the stream.
Don't die. Wait, can I do Sense the Unseen? Never mind.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Never mind. No.
Because you don't want to spend anything? Because, okay, all right. Somebody's too hungry. Oh, how hunger does make cowards of us all.
And you did say that we just got the one more. There was no extra hunger, correct? So I'm at 2.
Oh, no, you go, didn't you feed? You didn't feed.
No.
And you failed your rouse check.
Correct. And I was
So
at
yeah,
1.
you're,
Okay.
you were at 1, now you're at 2.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Oh, so we did gain hunger?
If you failed your rouse check, yes.
Oh,
But
you
did
said-
pass
okay.
yours?
Well,
No.
Bad Jokes and Bones, thank you very
Okay.
much for subscribing. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like Wolf gifted that to you. Thank you, Wolf.
Nice.
Awesome.
Look at that.
No idea what we're going to do with any of that. The boy terrified, will lead you up the stairs. He'll take a minute to recognize that the body on top of him was his former boss, or at least manager, the next one up the chain from him.
Pat down the thug, see if he's got
Oh yeah, there you go.
anything that could pass as a weapon.
He carries knives.
Just toss the knives over to the person that's most proficient with them.
That'd be Vanya.
The Vanya is
Vanya
like
takes
sketch.
Ah,
I want to clean up the boy so he doesn't look like bloody and shit.
Death rolled over.
Yeah.
so by cleaning up the boy, do you mean?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make
here,
sure.
It's like,
He did have wounds on his head from being knocked out.
Right.
There is some blood caked down the side of his face.
Are we in the manor?
No,
Like,
you're in the crypt below the manor.
Okay.
With just the stairway out.
Yeah.
And one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen is licking the face of a 13-year-old boy till he's clean.
well, yeah, I want that blood.
They're not
Yeah.
supposed to be seen, so there's.
Yeah.
So I'll keep going. When we get up to the manor, Julian wants to potentially take a detour.
Well, it's just up the stairs, and then you're in the main living area of the house that you see in front of you. Upstairs on the second floor is where the gangrel are rising for their evening. There are at least 2 more ghouls downstairs somewhere on the bottom floor. You don't know where.
Is it lit?
It is lit with torches and oil lamps.
Okay. He's gonna take oil, the oil lamps, and he's just gonna start pouring them on the ground. Quietly. He's not gonna smash them. Just gonna pour them.
The boy goes up the stairs first then and looks around to tell you nobody is there in the immediate vicinity. You can come up behind him and start messing with the lamps.
Mhm.
Pouring the oil out leaves them on for just a little while until the wick goes out.
I
So
instantly understand what he's doing and will help speed up said process.
There's a few of them laying around and a properly lit torch that's stuck in a wall sconce.
I'll pull that out and hold
Well-
it and just look at Julian.
He's gonna look at Lilith and say, "She saved us. She should do the honors."
I'll hand it over to Lilith.
Yeah, I mean, if we're in the position to, light him up.
The oil in 1859 is probably whale oil, and it goes up quick, like a greasy kerosene. It smells bad as you pour it out, but once it coats the floor, it spreads everywhere.
I'm assuming we wait till we're as far enough away, and then we
Right.
talk.
Right, yeah.
That would probably be wise.
So we don't rock strike ourselves.
Yeah, we don't want to have painted ourselves into a corner and then light it
Right.
and then oh
Right.
shit.
I don't know how smart Vanyo is.
Hey,
Not a judgment.
sounds like one.
Within minutes, the bottom floor is engulfed in flames. What are you doing? Because the second floor gangrel are noticing this.
There was a stable outside. Yes,
There was.
I hope so.
there's it. Quick, let's go to the stables. I'll start heading that way.
Behind the main house, which is now catching fire, and you're hearing howls, wolf cries, those animal screams. Windows start smashing, and 6 of the gangrel hounds have jumped out onto the grounds.
Ooh, that's not good.
You'll make it to the horses, but you need to make it. Well, where are you going after that?
away.
When we get to where the horses are, is it just horses or is there a carriage in there?
The carriage will slow us down, Banyo. Come on, let's
go. I don't know. Do you know how to ride? I know Julian doesn't. Now, granted, that's meta, but
Well, no, actually, it would be a
thank you,
skill on
Loophole
your
King,
sheet.
for following.
If you have any kind of animalism or animal ken, you can bond with a horse pretty quickly and create a riding sensibility.
Oh, okay. I'm sure I don't have that, but
If
I
you
don't
have some dexterity or some athletics or acrobatics, we can work with that.
Yeah.
I've got
Or you're not
dexterity.
riding a horse. You're coming real close to a horse, and this horse is freaking out, like
Just
because you're an undead.
Yeah, I got no animal kin.
That's my thing. I'm just gonna cone and just punch the horse and just stupid camel. But yeah, let's see if I can't. Let's see if I can't like make this horse chill its ass without using any of my animalism powers.
How close is the river?
You are, if you look at the map that I had showed you, you're at the far southern end of Greenwich. You have to cross the entire city of Greenwich to get there. It's at least a mile, probably more in this time of day or time of night. It's foggy, it's dark, it's wet, it's raining on and off. And you're about to have 6 gangrel on your tail.
right. I'm gonna try to wrangle a horse.
What do you got?
I mean, I've got dexterity and not. Oh, I'm like, whoa, not that sheet. Hang on here. Yeah, I've got some dexterity and athletics.
To your benefit, these are riding horses. They are saddled and ready to go, and they are used to having riders, and they're used to having riders of your particular persuasion.
Okay.
So, unless you completely fail with this, you should be able to get on the horse.
All right. And I'm doing dex athletics.
That sounds good. Get at least a 3. Oh, wow. What
Good.
the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Whoa.
That's.
No, hang on. That's just 2.
Yeah, just two.
How's that just?
Yeah, it was very confusing.
Why-
I'll spend I'll spend a willpower to re-roll 3 of them.
Why do you have? Okay.
It's just a different roll. So, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but okay, all right.
That's 3.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not broken up quite as easy.
Oh, I see. So that was the previous
Yeah.
roll, and then the next roll, and then okay.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to make a comment in between your rolls then,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because I was adding them all up. Like, how do you have this much dex and athletic? This horse loves you. No, 3, you're able to get on the horse without looking too foolish.
Okay. That's what I want. And I will head out.
Well, are you going to head
Waiting
out on
for
your own?
Yes. So this is all simultaneous, right?
So, Arthur, you wanted to try to animal
Yes.
thingy a horse?
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna do a browser check real quick. And that's another hunger for me.
This is a game of hunger.
So, it's still activating Feral Whispers.
Okay.
So I now speak fluent horse. I should not. I need to. Because then it's charisma plus animalism to Make the horse do what I go back here. Make the horse do what I want. Which is said, you don't have us not die. That'd be great.
Don't kill us.
The horse just kicks me right in the head. Game over.
Which horse are you talking to? Your horse, or a horse for Vanya to ride?
I'm talking. I'm talking to someone. I'm talking to someone else's horse. Because I can most likely wrangle my own.
Lilith looks like she's got her foot in a stirrup at this point, so she's ready to go.
Yeah. So between Vanya and Julian, I'm assuming Julian looks a bit more haggard.
I have 2 hunger. I think
About the same, man.
I think it's about the same. But in general, probably yeah.
If there's a competition, Julian wants to win it.
Even if it means he's the biggest loser.
You'll just. Because the last thing we need is for him to frenzy and murder his ride. So I'll just. With 3 successes.
Oh no! Don't give anything to me.
Okay. Then to Vanya's horse, 3 successes to tell it to cool its shit and follow us.
That horse settles down, kind of turns its head towards you, Vanya.
Okay.
Looks at you with one eye. One, you know how the horse looks at you with one big eye.
Yeah. Vanya will definitely jump up onto that horse, and he's not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
And
The horse shrugs off your terrible joke.
it's like, I'm sorry. He's always like this. I think. Ever since I have known him.
Give me a quick animal dexterity roll for you, so we make sure you can hop on a horse too.
That's a
Okay, so just dexterity by itself then?
No, not you, Vanya. You managed to get on the horse only because he was able to calm it down for you.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, you're not really in charge of your horse.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's 2 successes.
2?
Yep.
You should spend a willpower. Give me 3, because
Yeah.
you
I'll
know
do
how to
that.
ride a horse better than this. And if you didn't, all your willpower comes back overnight, so spend it freely.
There we
during-
go. That's an additional 2 successes.
There you go.
There you go.
There was 3. And there's 3 successes. There we go.
All right, we've got the 3 amigos.
Orally.
I wonder what Julian is doing.
So, are there any people around? By the way,
There's the 2 other ghouls that are just off doing their business.
Oh.
okay.
Comment between your comment.
Does dominate work on animals?
Wow, that's a good question. What command do you want to give it?
Shit.
Be tamed.
That's a tough command because they're already tame horses.
Be cooperative.
I mean,
Cooperate with me.
Listen, I think.
it's yeah, a one-word command is better.
But
At
I
this.
have mesmerize.
It's not a sentient creature. I mean, we could argue that, but we could argue how smart horses are. But
Okay.
I mean, you're talking about having a conversation with a horse.
No, I just want to give it a command.
Make it as simple as possible. That command.
Calm.
All right, it'll be calm for you.
And I'll get on.
All right.
Ride.
Yeah.
Now that we got the final one, honestly, I didn't know that Julian was going to try to ride. But do you have any kind of dexterity for this sort of thing?
Hmm. Why not?
Dexterity, athletics.
He's gone to the country club a few times.
Just
Hmm,
roll some dice. I get at least 3 successes so you don't fall
about
off.
streetwise.
For a horse?
I don't know. We're on the streets.
This
It's
horse, is,
stable right
this
now.
horse is from the mean streets, yo.
Horse sense, streetwise, same thing.
So that's
Well, yeah, that's also, you have the option of rousing your blood so that you can add dice to any roll.
so
It's 2 successes.
You rolled 2 and got a 2. Good news is you could re-roll one of those die and get your third.
yeah, okay.
Spend the willpower. And there
There
you
it
go. You are not going to fall off this horse that is calmly going to follow the other 3 horses.
Great.
Now, what are you going to do? You got 6 angry gangrel hounds coming to kick your ass.
Getting the fuck out. I mean, we know the general direction we got here from, right?
The river is north.
Yeah.
The river is north. So if you're
Well, we're
take you from
I mean, he has enemies, doesn't he? Normally, we go to the enemies of our enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, his enemy actually is Wrath.
Wraith Haversham.
Wraith Haversham.
Yep.
is his big enemy.
Yep.
And I believe we
Oh,
completed
you
the
know
task that he
what?
asked us.
Actually, we could go as he wanted us to burn down the Crystal
Right.
Palace anyway, so we can just pretend like that was all us.
I mean, yeah, Arthur and I knew that, or at least Arthur knew that Vanyo was commissioned to do that. So yeah, we could ride off in that direction.
Yeah.
From here, there are the gates to the grounds.
Arthur, quick, go and open them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll just. This is going to work out just fine, I think. Nothing bad can happen here. Okay.
Tony, if you look to the left, that one is open. We could just ride through there.
Yeah. Hey.
Make for it.
Yeah.
If it's open, I'm just gonna ride to the open gate.
I mean, right.
It just.
It like cuts off the fucking legs of all the horses. It's
Just
horrible.
the fucking like Red Dead trip physics.
Yeah.
Sail. Yeah, I'm just gonna halt up on the reins, hop off, and throw the gate open, or rather test the gate see if it's latched or not.
2 hounds are closing in on you.
Okay, you guys.
They all sort of look exactly the same. And you know they're all gangrel. So they're coming at you fast and on all 4s. Some of them have already busted out of their shirts. Their claws are long. There's 2 gonna guard this gate with their lives.
Oh, so they're in between us and the gate.
They are.
Oh, okay.
So they like
I was
came
trying
at
to
an
say that
intersection.
They came in from the sides.
Okay.
There you go. They came in from the sides, and right as you were riding up to the gates, the first obstacle.
Let's see. And Arthur's at the gate, and they're kind of closing in on him.
What the fuck?
It seems like Arthur was in the lead since he was had the best sense of horse.
That rouse
And,
check didn't fuck me this time.
And Vanya's horse was instructed to be cool and follow along.
Okay. Well, Vanya is going to use his daunt skill.
His daunt.
Daunt, which basically, would you like me to read it?
Yeah, sure. You can
Okay.
also print it out.
Instead of attracting people, the vampire uses the presence to repel. With this power, the user appears threatening and exudes an aura of menace powerful enough to make most mortals avoid their attention, and even vampires to think twice about acting against them.
Is there a cost for your daunt? You don't have to do a rouse check, do you?
Would that be checked off somewhere in here? It doesn't.
It would
say.
say in the
No,
rest
it does
of
not.
I think it's
Yeah,
awe and daunt are the same thing, just opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So instead of
Cost, it says free.
free, which means from horseback, you exude power and presence. And the two gangrel hounds hit their Wolverine pose.
Right. So I did a rouse check, barely passing. I'm going to attempt to use Quell the Beast. On one of those gangrel. So that's I'm gonna actually.
That's a contested roll, I believe.
Yes, I'm gonna be spending another willpower to roll 3 die, or to re-roll 3 dice because I can do better than that.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
That's 5 successes.
What do they roll for to fight you off for
That is
defense?
scroll over. It is their. Come on.
Is it composure or something?
It's the let's see, dice pools my charisma plus animalism against stamina and resolve.
Stamina and resolve?
Yep.
All right. Oh, look at that.
Whoa. Alright.
You got one success.
And that's against my 5. So his
One of these hounds is quelled like a kicked puppy. Like, while one of them goes into his Wolverine pose, the other one's like, yeah. One of them is just going to wander off. But you've still got another one to deal with.
that is one less.
So
Yes.
Cool.
I'm assuming what you meant by Wolverine pose is that they laughed at me. Is what that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Well, or they acknowledged your presence. How's that? Doesn't that sound better?
No.
Okay.
Because they were acknowledging the shit out of my presence beforehand.
What are we going to do about the one that's left?
I'm going to use. I'm assuming I have to look at the guy to use this. Hold on a second here. It's a dread gaze. So I'm assuming I have to lock eyes with him.
He's close enough, or you're closing in fast enough that you can do it.
Okay.
And
Which is basically mortals are coward or run for with fear, while other vampires either submit like whipped dogs or flee in frenzied Rothshrek.
Rotschrek.
Rothshrek.
It's a one rouse check. Dice pool is charisma, presence versus composure and resolve.
Composure and resolve.
Okay, and mine is presence and charisma. Okay, so it's already set for that. So
You got to hope that I'm rolling like crap.
Holy shit, nice.
What you get?
4 successes actually.
1,
It
2,
says
3, 4.
three,
That's
but-
right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how you can do. 2, 3, 4.
Tie goes to the runner, right? Could I spend one of those?
You can. You can
Points.
spend a power, and you can re-roll 1 die because there's one that wasn't a success.
All right. So let's see here.
He cannot.
So I'll just click off one of my will powers.
Yep.
And, then,
And just roll that 1 die.
Got it. There it is. And it doesn't matter. Got it.
Get him in the getter.
You lock eyes with him, and he locks eyes with you. I'll say he stands and he freezes for a second, but he doesn't run. There's time for Lilith to act,
Yeah,
and time for Julian to act.
I'm behind. I'm
You're
last.
coming up. Yeah, you're bringing up the rear on a very
Yeah.
calm horse.
Which is probably helpful. I mean,
And
right
something-
now, I don't really have much that's going to help other than I'd have to get close, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to hold off for right now.
What are you going to do about the horse?
What do you mean? Like,
You're one of the few that are actually in charge of your horse. You've got it charging forward towards this gate.
right.
Are you pulling up? Are you turning
I mean-
around?
Well, run toward the. No, I won't. Yeah, no, I will. I'm gonna run toward the gangrel. He's distracted by Vanyo, so I'm gonna see if I can knock him with my horse.
Knock him down with your horse. You got it.
Yeah.
This time you are going to have to have a little bit of a roll. So,
Okay.
what did you roll to get on the horse? It was a Dex Athletics.
Yeah.
Let's do that same roll again. At least 3 successes to hit him.
Got it.
You got him. You'll take him and knock him to the ground. The horse kind of rears a little bit. If you hang on, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
The gangrel is down as Julian comes riding up.
Trample his ass. Get him.
Yeah, absolutely. Calmly, the horse will walk over his head.
I love that.
just go up. It's like count.
right.
Your horse is walking forward slowly, but no, the gangrel is fast enough to get back up.
Oh, pity.
Sorry. Your horse is very calm and very slow.
It's okay. Is the gate? Go ahead.
I need to interject. That roll was incorrect because it only rolled 4 dice. It should have been 5
Huh?
What?
on my dread. Because it says it's charisma and my presence, which is actually a total of 5 dice. Not,
Oh, and you only rolled 4.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's because rolling from the sheet's
Yeah.
not working, right? Yeah.
I need to make sure to do that. So
Yeah.
so this could be like a delay effect. Should I roll
Took
that
getting
extra?
trampled to get in. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It would have failed anyway. So there you go. So there you go. We don't have to recatch it or do anything. It's okay.
Julian, by the time you get over to him on your horse, he's going to be back up and looking for some action. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna make the. I'm just gonna make the air around Julian as he sits on the horse. I'm just gonna make the shadows gather around me as I stare down at him, and I'm gonna ride past him.
Vanya would like to chuck one of those knives at him.
You can chuck a knife at him.
I don't have my glove, do I?
You know, you do have your glove if you care to put it on. And
Yeah.
you'd also have to get down off the horse.
I have to get off the horse to put on the glove.
No, not to put it on, but to use it, you'd probably want to jump down.
Okay, so let me to throw a knife. Would that be dexterity and melee?
Yes, it would.
Okay. All right, here we go.
You gonna roll that?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna roll it over here where it works. 2 10s and a 7.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's. Fuck.
That's 2, 4. That's a 5 right there.
Yeah, so I want to just basically chuck the knife into the side of his head.
10. Wow. He didn't even see that coming. So between the failed dread gaze and him being stymied for a moment, a bunch of horses coming over to him, one of them knocking him down, the other one kind of clumping up slowly. And then finally, as he's preparing to like deal with that horse, a knife just comes in and catches him like right in the side of the throat. He's gonna pull it out, but he's taking some damage.
Okay, this guy's getting. Fuck it. Great. I rouse the blood. I'm gonna gather the shadows. The arms of.
The arms of Aramath. Oh, from horseback. What an image.
Mm-hmm.
With this gangrel glove on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staring down at him. And I can't do anything until next round, but
Oh, you had just roused for that round?
it takes one to
That's fine.
charge up.
Seeing the condition that he's in and that he's getting a little bit surrounded, he is going to soaring leap over you and try to get himself to a different position. He's not blocking the gate anymore. He's actually a little bit back behind you, looking over his shoulder, hoping he gets some backup here soon.
How far away?
He could only go about 40 feet, so he jumped 3 horses, you know.
So
Yeah, he's not too far. He's about, if he was 10 feet from you, he's now about 30 feet in the other direction.
okay, then Julian is going to turn his horse around and just go like a little bit closer to the guy. And he's going to send the shadows to grab the man's legs.
Over here. It's a some kind of a dexterity roll, right?
No, I use Wits of Oblivion to attack.
Well, you do.
And
Wits
then,
Oblivion to attack. What does he do to defend?
A constricted victim must roll resolve composure, and to simply pass through, incurring no harm. This does not dissipate the arms. I don't think that there is a
Actual challenge.
It doesn't say anything. And I looked in the book. That's where I got the second paragraph.
Okay, well, Wits Oblivion to make the arms come out
Yeah.
and grab him. I don't like things that are uncontestable, but let's say...
Well, I mean, I guess it's like whatever you would use to contest it, I guess. I don't know. It just doesn't say anything.
Roll your Wits Oblivion.
1, 2, 3, 6.
That's 3.
And that's 6. No, that's okay. 3, and then I'm gonna re-roll.
You can re-roll 3 of them.
All 10s. Close. Ooh.
3, 4,
Maybe I should get premonitions next.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, he can't compete with that. He can get 3 at best. The arms from horseback the tentacles growing out of your shadows and taking form and wrapping around the man's legs and just yanking him. He falls to the ground.
I'm just gonna, yeah, Julian's just gonna ride.
And drag him behind?
Yeah, I want to eat.
Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah.
Then, both the gangrel out of the way, you can ride past the fence and out into Greenwich.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Run away.
Greenwich is, well, this is a good kind of look at the city. It's home to the Hilltop Observatory, where we all know that Greenwich Mean Time comes from. And you are ostensibly about a mile beyond that observatory. The observatory's hill is in the foreground ahead of you, and the river beyond that. The city of Greenwich kind of spreads out around the base of this big hill.
Which one do you want, the black and white picture of the painting?
Yeah, I don't know. The top picture is an artist's representation of Greenwich from about a century earlier. The bottom picture is around the right time. This is, I think, 1890 or so. Take your pick. They're both the Hilltop Observatory there.
Well, I shall display both, and then we shall rest on the black and white picture.
It is obviously night, because otherwise you wouldn't be out and about. You can ride towards this hillside. There's a wide open green area behind it. A lot of trees, a lot of cover. Your horses can move along, and Julian can drag his prey with him.
Oh.
What do you want to do with this captured gangrel?
Eat it.
Eat them.
Do we still have we still have Duncan with us, correct?
If you brought him,
no.
you do.
Did you bring him with you?
Nope.
No.
I didn't
Okay
bring
then.
him.
I did not get the impression that you had brought him with you, although he did lead you upstairs and help you burn the place to the ground.
Yeah.
Behind you, of course, is that blazing fire, and soon enough, at least 5 other gangrel will be coming.
We should continue as fast as possible. I don't think waiting is a good idea here.
Oh, yeah.
What is your
I want to
hunch?
make sure that Arthur's still there on his horse.
Yeah.
And then we'll keep going.
Bye, guys. I'm gonna have my own chronicle with Blackjack. Yeah, no, Arthur's still there. He'll be taking up rear guard on this one in case more gangrel decide to saunter up and be a problem.
So, Julian, how do you want to feed? He's tangled up in your arms. You can find a quiet place in the woods, but you don't have much time. And what hunger are you at right now?
3.
3 hunger. That's a hungry boy.
Do it.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, man.
I don't get many,
Gotta take
my food source is
advantage of
pretty-
these opportunities when they present themselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna feed.
He has taken a little bit of damage, and when you feed on another kindred, you can only take as much as he has to offer. He has 3 to offer you.
Great, let's do it.
It is once again diablerie. It is a crime against the masquerade. It is detrimental to your humanity.
It's downward spiral, says the book.
But this one is not as advanced in generation, so there's nothing you can glean from him. You can simply feed.
Well, I get some of his shit, right?
You can have 5 points to spend immediately on. He doesn't have anything that you would. I mean, do you want?
I want it all.
He's like a Queen song.
I mean, he's a gangrel, so he's got animalism.
That's true. What
Is
else?
there- Fortitude.
Interesting. 5 dots, you said?
Well, 5 points to spend. It would
Okay.
it would get you like
Yeah.
1 dot.
Okay, great. 5 point. Yeah. Let's fuck them up.
You can slake all of your hunger, and you will kill this gangrel.
Sorry.
He wasn't very old. His body takes on the age that it should have been as a human, and he would have still been alive had he still been mortal. You could slake your hunger. You can take a dot in fortitude. It will give you a level 1 ability there.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. I mean, you did this to yourself. I mean, I did this to myself.
Behind you, you hear a cavalcade of calls. Some of them are for the fire brigade, which is rushing towards the blaze, and some are for a hunting party. Shouts of, "Find them! Find them now!"
Don't forget, he said all the hounds for the hunt are his. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a bunch of barkies coming very soon.
Yeah.
Where's Moose now?
Fine.
All right. Oh, sorry. She's asleep. I'm not waking her up.
Precious
Yeah. So I
baby.
guess we go.
Yes,
Yeah, this-
we must hurry.
Let's keep moving.
I agree with Lilith. At this point in time, probably going to see that Raf Havershan would probably be our best course of action.
Yeah. So yeah, if Arthur's in the back, I'll be in the front, and just lead us that way.
You are in control of your horse.
Mm.
Vanya, your horse is listening to whatever Arthur says. Arthur, your horse is listening to what you say. And Julian, you've got a special arrangement with yours.
It's a business, under the table business deal.
The city of Greenwich doesn't allow you to come racing through with horses. At best, they're allowed at a trot. So the closer you get to the city, the slower you're actually going to be able to move on horses. But for now, you can cross the great field behind Greenwich Observatory. Before you move into the city proper, somebody's phone rings.
Who's
The
that
house
somebody?
in
I'll
the
check my phone.
background. Wow, yeah.
Arthur,
Uh-oh. Ring a ding ding.
it's
So,
most
it's not-
likely that he had your number. And you see Dusable calling you on the phone.
Mulatto butts, mulatto butts. We?
I know you're here for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
No
know.
observant.
I need your help. You need my help.
Just hold that for 1 second. Hey guys, guess who calls asking for help?
I'm assuming it's the only person here besides us that has a phone.
I find the irony most delicious.
Arthur,
Forgive me while I.
don't play with your food, please.
You heard me, man. So what is the arrangement you have in mind?
I call you because you're the authority. You're still my sheriff. My sheriff. I respect that. I honor the masquerade. I honor our bond. But the only way back is with an activated stone. Help me. Help me get Valerius's blood on this stone, and the portal opens to take us back. Whatever differences we have, we can settle them then.
Say yes.
And I am going to gander that you are the only person who knows how to make this this portal work. You are, as you say, you hold at least half of the cards.
You misunderstand me. I just told you everything. Activate the stone, and it will activate the portal.
And what then?
We go back.
And when
We end these nightmares.
you see, I'm of a mind that the nightmares are your doing. And it's just with you,
My doing, you crazy fool. I'm suffering from them like you.
Oh, that's intriguing, because I sleep like a baby.
Well, since I've been here, yes. Except for the first night. For some reason, I showed up during the day.
Can I like
Nope.
trace this call while this is going on or something? This is like can I use blood technology to like something? Because Arthur is going to be on the phone with this guy until we're all dead.
I'll assume you're still moving on horse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when you've got nothing but time.
Yeah.
But that's it. We don't have any time. Don't you hear the dogs?
As I am curious as to why you need my help. Just as someone bitten off more than they can chew.
I've had some setbacks. And I need your help. I've been watching you. You've ingratiated yourself in society, something I haven't been able to do.
You know, Stevie Crowley personality to do that. At least one that isn't piss poor. But shall we meet at the say perhaps the guy that we're meeting is at the Ruptured Duck?
I don't know who you're meeting.
We're going. The guy that had us burn down the Crystal Palace.
Aversham? Yeah, you
Aversham,
usually find him at the Ruptured Duck.
Let's go to the Ruptured Duck.
Oh, you fool. I can't go out in public. Not here. Not now.
Then
I'll
tell
be
us,
underground.
Tell
I'll be
us
at-
where. Go ahead.
I'll be at Blackfriars Station. Find me there.
My fire station. Okay. I will.
You writing that down while you're on
Yeah, right. With a
Is it
quill
with-
and everything.
He's got the phone in between it.
Well done.
You got an address to that. He'll hang up without saying another word, but you'll get a picture text almost immediately afterwards. And it's a selfie from Dusable.
Is he smiling, going?
Right in front of it.
He is
Fucking
burned to a
Right.
crisp. His face, his facial hair is gone.
Aw, I feel for the guy.
And it looks like a burnt lasagna.
Very much a burnt lasagna.
It's
And that
like-
should tell you all you need right there.
Oh.
That's why he's not going to see you at the Ruptured Duck.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna put on like the big old like Sugoi anime face Snapchat emoji, and or Snapchat filter, and just save it. Just be like, Perfection. All right, we
When you get back to a broadcasting civilization.
oh, that's going on VBook.
You are moving closer to the city now.
Arthur will he'll share the information. Show the photo. Is like with the did he like selfie himself like next to like a like was there like a and like discernible like a station number, or like some place in particular that like a visual clue or cue?
A white tile wall is all you see behind it.
He's hiding in the shit here then. Okay.
He's lying. He's lying.
What do you
Of
mean
course
he's
he
lying?
is, but we do need the stone.
Yes. Well, no, we don't. If that's what he came back to do, we have to end him.
Yes.
Yes.
That's when.
But
one-
I don't know.
How are we going to get back if we end him?
Because none of this matters.
It's not a dream. This
I didn't
is.
say that. I didn't say it was a dream. I said that nothing that happens here will stick. Nothing here matters unless he succeeds. And then that will be the path that has been chosen. We're just here to provide conflict.
And we're going to be here to provide conflict forever?
Well, if you're playing chess against yourself, it's different than playing it against another person. If we kill him, then we're not in conflict anymore. But as someone who knows that, it's in his best interest to make it seem like the way out is also what he wants.
So what would he lure us down there to do? To kill us? Wouldn't that put the end to conflict anyway?
No,
And
he
then-
asked us for what he wanted. Clearly. He asked us to help him get Valeris' blood. And he conflated that and the stone with our exit.
Yes.
So what if the stone doesn't? I don't know how we're gonna get back. I don't. And I don't know about you, but I want to get back.
As of right now, it doesn't really
What you
matter.
ran through first.
The first thing we need to do is just kill Dusable. Everything else is secondary after that.
He's trying to trick us.
He's put himself out on the lure. We will bite. We are a much bigger fish than he anticipated.
And the only reason why we wouldn't kill him is if he can convince us that we need to activate this stone.
I don't know. I just know that we need to get to him as soon as possible.
This is why we're going to Blackfire Station. And if you want to just peel off the extra black and caramelized crispy bits on his skin, you can do so to your heart's content.
Blackfriars
Totally
Station
disgusting, man.
is a famous tube station in central London. It is like the far southern station, still under construction, as far as you know. But it is north of the river on the other side of Greenwich.
Well, I mean, is the ruptured duck on duck's on whose side of the territory?
North side of the territory.
And
Aylesworth's authority is going to end essentially at the river.
Right. Okay.
right.
So let's check in.
I mean, is there a way to? Yeah. I mean, I would just take the path that get us through the quickest, so not through the center of town, is what I suggest.
I'm gonna ditch the horse.
Through town, the horses do become a bit cumbersome. Once you reach the edge of town, it becomes more street-like, more... Here, let me give you more Jack the Ripper-ish.
And I probably still look the part.
You've all got tattered shirts from where you were staked, fresh wounds, bits of blood.
Because I mean, because the clan bane, I'm still fluffed out.
Well, you had overnight, but then you were in torpor again with a stake through your heart. So, you know, you probably held on to something. Plus, you were just in a fight.
Yeah. Still mutton chops just to fit in.
But undoubtedly, the ones on your tail are also fully decked out in their gangrelsms.
Are there cabs at this time? Like
There'd be hackneys.
You might be able to find something. The town of Greenwich is sort of a hoity-toity, posh community. It's going to have things like, you know, tea houses, and if they have pubs, they're going to be upscale drinking establishments. The officers' barracks for her Royal Navy is on this side of the river. What else do we have? And you should know Greenwich is a dock, not a port. So small boats on this side of the river, as opposed to the port side, which had much bigger boats on the north side of the Thames.
Well, if I can find us one of those carriages, why don't we just get the carriage and then have them take us across the river?
That is a good idea. I need to
Okay.
need a bite.
Oh, he's hungry. What is your hunger at, Arthur?
4.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, you do.
You are, you're more than hungry. You at 4 hunger, you're thinking of very little else at this point, including escape. Well, Vanya, give me a wits awareness to look around for a cab.
Okay.
And Arthur, what do you roll to feed normally? Is you a grappler?
Yeah, I'm an alley cat.
Strength brawl, I think, is that's a straight up.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's yep, strength brawl. There we go.
Well, each of you, tell me what you're getting here.
I got 3 successes.
I don't see how.
I think that's just one.
Oh
just-
no, it's got to be 6. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got 1 success. So I'm I'm looking around. I don't see anything. Maybe you guys can see something. I'm not seeing any of these things.
You hear them everywhere, though. There's a clop, clop, and the wheels are rolling. You turn around, and it's just not there. You go run down a half block, it's not there.
Oh, I'm not going to go run down anything. I'll just grab somebody and tell them, do me a quick favor, my friend. Get me a cat.
They push you away and go
Oh, you
scurrying
don't
off.
push me away. I use my powers on them.
Oh, what powers are you using?
I'm going to use. Hold on a second here. Did you see that?
Do you still have your daunt active? Because
No.
if you do, no humans coming near you.
No. That's. I assume that's I have to activate it per target sort of thing.
Actually, no. That one stays as long as you want.
Oh, then it's off. Oh, I get it. It just works towards me. Okay. I see how that works then. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Bloop. I'm going to mesmerize him.
And yeah, if you want to swap your charisma and resolve, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
All right. So mesmerize is something you could do to a human. What do you want to tell it?
Just that. Find me a cab. I
And
need
pay
one.
for it.
The guy stares at you. You tell him to find you a cab. He nods. He turns around. And he starts running down the street.
Okay, it says I need a rouse check for that.
Rouse. Either way, the power works. It's just a question of whether or not you get hungry. And you do not.
Okay.
You felt like that was pretty easy. Did it all on your own. Didn't feel like you had to reach down
How
and
many is
grab
it
them.
supposed to roll when I roll a rouse?
Just one die.
Okay, cool. It did it then. All right.
And it's pass or fail.
Got it.
So here you are in the nice posh area of Greenwich. Tea houses and things like that. Arthur, what did you roll?
That is 5 successes on 6 dice.
5. You are going to find a target. You're going to find him very quickly. Top hat and cane, walking off to his next meeting. He's a little drunk, but you can grab him, throw him over a fence, and in the quiet, secluded area, some bushes and trees, you can feed.
Yep.
How much hunger would you like to slake?
Taking it all.
You will leave a corpse behind. This is a mortal, an ordinary human. He seems to be a little well-to-do. He's got a very nicely groomed mustache. He's wearing evening clothes.
Does he look to be about my size?
The jacket and shirt would fit for sure.
So, put on his clothes, take his hat and his cane. I'm just gonna dump his body in the river.
How very nice. Well, you're not to the river yet.
Okay,
But
and
You're just gonna carry him around. Oh, my friend's drunk. Don't worry about him.
he's
He's missing a shirt. He's got no jacket. Blood all over him. Oh, don't worry about this guy. Ooh, tied one on.
and I don't have my criminal contacts. Damn, harder to clean up.
Body is here.
What are
you
you
have
worried about? Just leave it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
leave it.
No, I'm just gonna I'll just slump him up and then just drag a gangrel claw across his neck, and just leave him there. Yeah, looking like he got ripped.
He does look like he got rippered, with the exception of the fact that he had no blood to lose since you drained him.
I mean, he's like, but yeah, let's take my cane,
You
hat,
have a
and
cane,
just
you have a top hat, you have an evening coat, and a very nice shirt. It's a little tight, but you can make the buttons.
And your pants are old workman's pants. You got dusty boots. That would be awesome. You're a gentleman from the waist up.
it's like no, just maintain. Only look at me here. Yeah, I will saunter back. Hopefully, we'll have a ride.
From a block away, you hear people shouting. You hear, "Look at me, you! Eyes front! You! Look, eyes front! That's not them."
Is the cab here?
The human that you sent off to look for a cab hasn't come back yet.
We'll start heading in the direction he went.
He was heading straight up the street, heading north.
Okay, then we're going to just start booking it that way. Well, walking at a brisk pace.
Yeah.
Then, as you continue your sojourn through Greenwich, let's take a break there. And we can come back and catch up with you after I got some more water and we've all taken a minute.
Yep.
Sounds spectacular. We'll be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Tell your friends, tell your dogs, your gangrels.
Tell your enemies if
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
the show. You
Yeah,
know,
there you go.
subject them to this crap.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hello, mates. Welcome to London. Now, run for your lives.
And we're back.
There it is.
Eventually you'll get there.
Trying to count out 20 seconds in my head, but I was going way too fast.
Way too
Oh,
fast.
there we go. We're back. I love that. I told Dylan that I had one regret is that I don't have that blood-curdling scream at the very, very end.
Yeah.
Like, now run for your lives. Ah! To take you out on a big button. He's going to do that for his portfolio version of it.
There you go.
He's like, I like that idea. I'm going to put it in the other one. He's going to
Yeah.
have a great reel at the end of our shit.
You're right.
That's true. I have to check in on him because he started working on the third chapter of Sector 1. Or at least we talked about
And
it.
you are too, I imagine. Because
Of
if we're
course.
scrapping the superhero thing, you must have a Sector 1, Chapter 3 idea.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And you're not going to tell us what it is?
Not yet.
Come on.
Yeah, we're going to say. But people didn't come here for Sector 1. They
came here for a vampire
game.
The evening began, as it often does, with a stake in your heart. Soon after, you were ready to go again, and you found yourself burning down the St. Alphege Cemetery and church, the haven of General Halesworth. The second time you've burned something of his to the ground.
Well,
And now you're
Yes.
being pursued through Greenwich
Wait
by
a minute, we didn't burn down the first thing. Nice try, Tony.
I believe he made the point that it was your presence there that caused it to burn to the ground.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
fake
that-
vampire news.
Yeah, exactly.
So now you're trying to make it through Greenwich, but it's not all that late. It's only maybe 10, 11 o'clock at night. The humans, the mortals, they're out everywhere. You're having a hard time finding a cab. You said
Do I
more.
see one then?
Huh, you don't. You hear them.
Why don't we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
make our way?
Well, we are, and as we make our way, we'll be looking for one.
If
I
you
have
look
a
at the big
sinking
map,
suspicion there's just not going to be anyone there for us to find.
you're in the very bottom south east corner there, making your way due north toward the Isle of Dogs. If you don't know, that little kind of peninsula that sits out on the Thames is known as the Isle of Dogs.
Julian? Moose?
Figured the gangrel would appreciate that. And the dog lovers out there, since we don't get no moose. Oh, we got moose.
She's in her kennel.
Oh.
We're going to force her to wake her up. The good thing about that, Grace, is that she'll sleep better during the night if we wake her up now.
Right? Just
And
earn your
already-
kibble, dog.
And there's Moose.
Here's the move.
Now our viewership goes up. Our viewers are happier.
I'm happier. Oh, he's.
I have a question. Can I learn blood sorcery rituals?
They're out of your specialty, but sure, if you're willing to pay the price.
Great.
Would
I
you
think
want
we've established.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
All experience we spend doesn't carry over when we get back. That's how right Julian is. So we can hear the hackney cabs. Just gonna.
And you could hear the hounds 1 or 2 streets over starting to look at people, starting to rouse people on the street.
And let me guess, the cabs are in that general vicinity too.
Oh, the cabs are just basically in front of you, further down. You may just not be on a main street right now.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I'm just gonna. And yeah, just keep following Vanyo. He's doing Kane's work.
Vanya, give me a wits awareness roll then.
Okay.
And just add up what your wits and awareness would be and roll that number of dice.
Let's see. Done. 3. Okay. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, I changed the wrong thing. My bad. Pay no attention. I was just seeing if you were paying attention. Oh wow, look at that.
That's a bunch of goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. You are going to.
I didn't fail on anything.
You didn't. That's
1,
perfect.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8
Dang.
successes.
That's insane. Yeah.
Oof.
That was really good.
And there you go. You get down to the street view and you can find a cab to hail. What you notice, luckily before he notices you, is there's a hound on the street just up the way.
Just one?
Just one.
I will point him out to everybody else.
He hasn't noticed you yet.
And I will hurry up to him.
To the
To the hound.
hound?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're going to run
I'll-
up to the hound.
Yeah, I point out the hound to everybody. I point out the cab, and then I'm gonna hurry up to the guy.
Well, all right. I'm excited to see what
Yeah.
happens here.
Here we go, Vanyo.
It's gonna like Jedi mind trick the guy and make him Kurt Cobain himself.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So then I'm gonna.
If
Uh-huh.
you're running up to him, I essentially you had the advantage over noticing him. But if you're running up to him, he's gonna see you.
Yes, and I'm gonna be hailing him as I'm coming up to him. My friend, my friend.
Shink, his claws come out, and he shouts, "He's here!"
And I'm going to use. Uh-oh. What did we get? Flooded Sky. Just follow. Thank you, Flooded Sky. We appreciate that. So I've got my.
I thought that's what you were going to try to use, flooded sky.
You're right. And that sounds good, right?
That's super cool.
Rain's blood.
Okay, I'm going to go up. I'm going to do. Basically, this is submerged directives, which is part of Mesmerize.
Okay.
Okay, it is when using Mesmerize, the vampire can allow to implant a psychological suggestion, allowing the command to remain dormant until a specific stimulus occurs. The trigger can be anything from a specific date to a person. When you meet Roland, tell him these words.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Let's see.
What do you roll to make this happen?
That's what I'm going to right now. So it is no additional cost. So my Mesmerize is there a way to open this up so I don't have to scroll through this?
You can
entire
actually hit the the little die next to it, and it'll print it out in the chat.
Oh, okay.
That's so much easier.
So there's
There.
that.
Now
Okay.
look in the chat.
And then here's the submerged directives comes next.
Oh wait, what's for mesmerize? So what do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm going to go up. I'm going to mesmerize him, and I'm going to tell him, "Go tell your friends that we're going someplace else down that street." And then the submerged command is, "Kill them when you see them."
First, you have to make the mesmerize work,
Okay.
and that is going to be a contest of manipulation plus your dominate skill
Okay.
versus his intelligence and his resolve.
Okay, manipulation, and where's my
Dominate
skill?
is one
Okay,
of your disciplines.
Got it. Okay. Now,
However many
can I
times
bump this up by using willpower?
You can't bump it up by using willpower, but you can rouse the blood to add any of your blood XP, which I believe you have 3 dots you can add.
I have. So it's whatever my hunger's at, right?
No, it's whatever your
Is it the blood potency?
but yeah, blood
Blood potency. Let me go check that out.
On your blood and
10
XP.
It shows
I
that
believe
my
you.
blood potency, you only gave me a 2.
Okay, you have 2 then.
Okay.
That's 2 extra dice that you can add to anything you want.
Wait a minute. That's
No, you
Well,
got
nice.
10.
He
It's
did.
a
He
10.
got 10. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a double success.
That's a pass. You're good.
Okay. All right. So I get 2 plus. So that's 5. Where's,
So you're rolling 7 dice.
yes. So it's 7 dice now. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
That's not too good.
That's 1 success on 7 dice.
I got
You
2.
can
I got an
reroll-
8. I got an 8 and a 6.
Oh, 2. Sorry, I didn't see the other 6. So 2 successes on 7 dice. You can spend a willpower now and re-roll 3 of those dice.
I am going to do that. Okay. So.
So keep the 2 successes
And then just roll 3. Got it.
and roll 3 more.
All right. Here we go.
And check off one of your willpower.
Got 1. So 3.
Got 1. So
3.
you're at a 4 total.
4? Isn't it 3?
I'm sorry. Yes, 1, 2, 3 total.
It's all right. This guy's gonna botch this roll.
It's me rolling it, so probably.
I hope so. Keep my fingers crossed. Son of a bitch,
No.
Tony! Well, that's a tie.
Well, he
it's
got
a
3. Yeah, he got 3.
It's a 4.
No, it's 4.
Oh,
10
it is a
and
4.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's a 6. Yeah.
And 6 and 7.
I didn't see the 7.
Well, that didn't work.
He is not mesmerized by you, and therefore you cannot plan to submerge direct him. Now he's going to try to hit you.
Yeah, oh,
He's
here we
got
go.
his gangrel claws out, and he is going to swipe at you with strength and brawl attack. You can fight back with a counter strength and brawl, and the winner is the winner. Or you can try to dodge this,
I'm dodging because there's no way I'm
Hey.
fighting this.
a dexterity athletics.
Okay. Dexterity.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. I've only got 2.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're not going to like this then.
What'd you roll? Because I can't.
I'm not there yet, but
Oh, okay. I'm serious. I'm about to get ripped up. Oh,
You-
I got 2 successes. No, I got 3
Oh,
successes.
that's 3, yeah.
3 successes.
that's
And he's gonna
that's
roll
all-
like 10 dice to do this thing.
I know,
Wait a
I know.
He's a gangrel.
Your dex athletics is 2 dice.
I have 0 dots in my athletics. I have 2 in my dex.
Damn.
Yeah, my big
Damn.
pop. My
Damn.
big pop was just. I just used my big stuff, and he went, whatever, dude.
Yeah, that's a shame. That is also something, again, you could rouse the blood and add 2 more dice to.
Now let him take. We're in public. Let him tear me up.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, no. Absolutely fucked.
Ooh, that's a lot of successes.
Yeah, that's 7, 6, or no,
4,
that's
5, 6,
9.
7, 8, 9 successes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's insane.
Uh,
3, so 6.
so basically, what it really was is I was sacrificing myself so everybody else
Worried.
could get away.
No, Vanya.
and are we all just watching this? Like, he's like,
If you are, you just saw Vanya go, hey man, now you got something. He's tried to do the bookily with the eyes, and the other guy just went, he's here! Whoa, whoa. And
Yeah, everybody goes, ooh, ah.
how many points of health do you have?
not enough.
Let's see. Probably
Well,
not.
he's got to go to get into aggravated, right? Unless
I
it's
got 1,
automatically
2,
doing it.
3, 4,
I mean,
5,
Game
7.
of Thrones. I thought
7.
that
You
was
got 7?
Yep.
It's true.
You're going to take 6 of those and make them slashes.
Okay, so
Okay.
it is superficial.
I'm giving him his benefit. It's an unnamed gangrel, so
Fair enough.
thank God you're not facing Halesworth.
Got
You'd
it.
be a dead man right now.
Okay.
You've just taken a lot of damage. He has ripped up your clothes even further and has raked his claws across your body where you've got blood coming out. I don't know what the rest of your coterie is doing.
That asshole. I pointed out the cab to him.
Yeah.
People on the street that noticed have just started to vanish off into the alleys and out the different hallways. They don't want to.
How hefty is that cane I got?
Oh, it's a good solid mahogany cane.
Then, yeah, let's. Yeah, I'm gonna take the weighted business end. Just clobber the guy upside the gango upside the head.
As
Then
he comes
bring
running
me-
over, goes, what are you doing, man? Get in the cab!
Give me a strength melee,
Right.
and this is probably going to catch him off guard here.
That is 3.
We got 3. He's got 5 dice to roll here and see if he can. He's only got 2. So you're going to catch him. Clack!
Is it enough to stagger him off of Vanyo?
Oh yeah, he's backed off of Vanyo. He's going to take a point of damage, and he's gone back a couple of feet at least. But he's ready to attack, and he's calling for the rest of his men who are now going to start hauling ass this way.
Does Vanyo have a stake on him?
I
Do you still have your stake on you?
He's just gonna reach into Vanyo's jacket and just.
Ooh.
It fell to
I
the
love it.
ground as my jacket was tore up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
right.
yeah, so yeah, just go grab and just come up and just the classic
Let's
prison shanks gesture.
then yeah, let's strength brawl versus dex brawl and see if that can happen.
That is one die better.
And if you need to rouse the blood, you go ahead, because this guy's got a lot of dice to throw. But if you win, if you succeed, you'll stake him right there on the street.
Let's see if I have. There we go. Right, that's a six. That is narrow success on the rouse check. So then adding half my. So I'll be adding just half my die of my potence rounded up. So that's 2.
Okay. Yeah, another 2 points of damage.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, this should have made a damage not to hit. Okay, never mind. That those dice don't. Okay, so that is still that is still 5.
5 successes.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
You're not going to land the stake.
please tell me that at least Julian and Lilith ran towards the cab.
I am toward the cab. I want to get the cab, the person who's driving the cab, entranced to follow me closer to where they are so we can get a quicker
Okay.
getaway, is what I want to do.
Vanyo is going to use his dread gaze on this guy now. Seeing how that last one didn't work, which would have been cool if he'd went and attacked his own guys.
It would have been great.
It would
It
have been
works
great.
a lot better on humans than it does
It
on
does.
other
It's
people.
less effective on there, but I tried it. I tried to do something cool and I paid the price.
Grace, or Lilith, I should say, you are going to find a cab this round. How do you want to mesmerize? Just your.
Where is it? Entrancement, yeah.
Is that
so-
free for you to use?
No, I think it's a rouse check. Yes, it is a rouse check.
Okay. Oh,
there you
perfect.
go.
You're good.
Yeah. Okay. And then I roll
Human,
charisma and presence.
the carriage driver will steer the horses back towards the melee, which is not his inclination at all.
Yeah. And then I would just tell him wait for us and then kind of head over in that direction.
Oh, you're going to come rolling up with a cab here right up next to Vanya. Vanya, you'll see it in just a second. But Julian, what are you doing?
I'm looking at all this. Like, what the
fight just broke out on the street.
I guess I'm just gonna walk up to the guy and like put the gangrel claw through his chest, maybe?
Nicely done. With the gangrel claw glove on, your damage becomes aggravated as opposed to superficial.
Yeah, and my shadow cloak gives a plus 2 dice bonus to stealth.
Then add those 2 dice to your strength brawl, or I guess it would be a brawl. It's like hand to hand. Add those 2 dice to that, and we'll see if he can avoid you.
Then I'll deal with that.
2.
That's fun.
And I'll arouse the blood.
Nice.
You passed.
Nice.
Not even
Nice.
hungry.
So it's 3. How many dice
Yes,
do
you get 3 dice to roll.
Nice.
So pick up 1.
Another success. You got 4, right?
4. He's got 5 dice to roll.
Nice.
3. Perfect.
Yeah.
You are going to end up doing exactly what you said. Stick the claws right in his chest. They're going to grab there. He's going to get a surprising amount of damage. He was not expecting that. So there you go. Coughing, sputtering up blood. He falls to his knees and he's trying to gasp for air and call for help. They're here.
I'm gonna brutal feed.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna
Go.
feed? We gotta go!
Brutal feed. Just enough to heal myself.
If you take 1 dot, you kill it.
Well, then I'll take the 1 dot and I'll heal myself 1.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That is also Diablerie.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's of the same generation as you. Arthur, would you like to contest for some of his power?
You know, I'm already here. Things you do for your coterie.
What you should have been doing was getting in the goddamn carriage!
Like, get in the carriage.
Don't worry, it's right here.
It's just like it's like broken faucet. Just what's the roll to contest his bullshit?
It's his composure resolve versus your willpower. Damn it, we always have to look this up, don't we?
Oh, yes, and it's always so confusing.
It
Is
is.
it,
It has something
yes.
to do with your willpower and your resolve versus.
Max or current?
Good question.
Looking it up one more time. As long as you-
And maybe writing it down eventually.
Well, it's written down. We can always look it up. There we go.
Alright. Humanity plus their own blood potency versus the victim's resolve and their blood potency.
Okay, so
resolve and blood potency.
humanity and blood potency. So that's
So he's got 6 dice to roll against you.
and for me it's humanity and blood potency. So that's 8.
Nice.
All right. Let's see, 1, 2. He manages to put up 3 with his resolve and his blood potency.
That is 7.
Oh my!
Whoa, what? Holy shit.
Because 2 10s, a 7, a 9, and a 6.
Every success gives them 5 experience points?
to spend.
Damn.
So you've got 20 experience points to spend on things Gangrel spend on. He is a Gangrel like you, so everything is within clan. You have 20 points you can spend, but you have to do it now.
Yep, that's
Julian would make me make you do it now.
Yes, you definitely would. Yeah.
No, because it comes down to fortitude or potence. That's the only things I can afford.
Well, in clan is not that expensive. And what
Sure.
level are you going up? It's level times what, 5?
Yeah, for clan.
Yeah. So if I could burn all 20 to get potence 4,
4th level.
or 15 for fortitude 3. You know what? I like level 4 things. Yeah, so I'm gonna get my potence to 4.
Nice.
There you go.
The brutal feed took no time at all. You sucked the life out of it. You contested for his soul and you won. You've taken his power and you bear the stains of Diablo. He wasn't a generation advanced from you, so your blood potency doesn't go up or down, and your generation doesn't change. But his friends are coming.
And I'm just gonna leave him sprawled as a warning.
Get in!
And yeah, I'm gonna hop in the cab.
I don't...
And you don't often get an opportunity to watch from a third-person perspective this sort of thing. But there you have it. This is sort of what it looks like when you go after someone like this.
Yeah,
There's
hard-
something a little dirty about it.
You know, I think we should go out drinking, Arthur.
I think we have no other choice.
And yeah, he's in the cab.
And Arthur, your humanity has taken a hit.
Bam! Down to 5.
Fine.
The
I remember
cab,
when I was at 5.
where do you want this cabbie to take you?
I mean, there's a bridge, right?
There are. At this time, there are only 4 or 5 complete bridges that go over the Thames. I say 4 or 5 because only 4 of them are actually passable by carriage. One of them was a walking bridge.
Right. So I
Whatever's
just
closest.
tell him to go, yeah, whatever the closest one, and then take us to
Just
the
need to
Ruptured
get-
Duck. I believe is where we're still going, but just
north
the
of the-
closest.
Just north of the river. That's where we need to
Yeah,
go.
right.
North of the river.
And once we get there, that's when we'll discuss specifically where.
The cabbie will follow your instructions to the letter. He will take you over the nearest bridge.
As
To
we're
the
going
north
over
side.
the bridge, Vanyo pulling off his clothes and whatnot, he's going to look at Arthur and say, Arthur, do me a favor. Go up there and take the reins from that guy.
I thought we'll just go out and just.
Then Vanyo's going to grab the dude and pull him back into the back of the carriage down into the bottom, and he's gonna go. "Ah!"
You read my mind. I
And
was
he's
like,
gonna
they do
take-
it.
He's gonna like, first of all, he's gonna take his clothes off and sit and get all kinds of blood in his shirt, and he's gonna feed on him.
Are you going to take his clothes too?
Yes,
Okay.
mine are trash, so I'm gonna take the cabin's clothes.
There. This, for the poor cabbie, is a terrible end to an even worse night.
What are you
Not
talking about?
only-
He was entranced. He's fine.
Or you can
He had a great night, is what I mean.
you could slake your hunger, Vanya. How hungry are you?
Well, I'm wounded too, so this will help me heal, correct?
Well, rouse the blood first to heal. You can do
Ooh,
a
we
rouse.
got 1,000 from Wolf. Thank you.
Nice.
for that
Ooh,
cheer,
holy
Wolf.
shit.
Yay! Oh,
Hell
let me
yeah.
Let me keep track of that. Hold on a second. Let me put that down. Got it. Okay.
If you rouse the blood, you can heal 2 points of superficial damage immediately.
Okay.
And that's just a rouse check. And if you fail the rouse check, you're about to feed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay, so that's
So
And
do
you'll
that
still
first.
heal, right?
so do the rouse check.
Whatever the outcome.
Success.
Yeah, you passed anyway.
Okay.
So now you've healed 2 points of damage, superficial points. The little slash marks can become whole dots again.
Got it. Okay. And I've got 2 dots of hunger.
You can slake 1 dot of hunger and leave the cabbie alive. Slake 2 dots of hunger and leave a corpse like you've been doing all over the city.
I haven't left any corpses. But
There's one in the middle of the street in Greenwich
but if
as a message.
the if I take him down, what does that do to the rest of the superficial health? It doesn't do anything, right? Or it does?
Nothing. No, it just.
So it serves me
satisfies
no
you.
purpose then to kill this guy.
Well, your hunger goes to 0.
No, I'm not gonna kill him.
Alright.
And then I'm just gonna
Then-
mind fuck him afterwards. So
And you can. He is a human.
yeah.
A little bit of your vitae will clean up the wound on his neck after you feed.
What
And
are you
I've got
doing?
I've got the cloud mind, so that he won't.
What are you
Oh.
doing, Vanya?
What are you talking about? I'm leaving this guy here.
Why?
Because what are we gonna? A body trail is still not something good to have left behind. He's not gonna remember anything.
Whose problem is that?
Well, we do have. Trust me, that little bit of strip of water isn't going to keep Herr General from coming back to try and find us. So we just
No.
leave this cart over here with this guy, and then we go that way.
No, but it probably looked very bad for the gangrel incursion to have come all this way. And Julian adjusts the gangrel glove on his hand.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yes. That I agree with.
So Julian will get the guy off and he'll slash him with the gangrel glove.
If Vanya left him with any blood, then he will bleed out as if he's been sliced open like Jack the Ripper had left him there. The cab made the transition over the river somewhere near the Isle of Dogs, and he will fall out of the cab on Commercial Street near the docks. It is most definitely Juliet Parr's neighborhood. She'll be the one looking into it.
That's the sledgehammer girl, right?
That is the Sledgehammer Hound, the sheriff,
Right.
north
Right.
of the river.
Perfect. Okay, that worked out great.
Did it?
In which case, Julian won't find different clothes. He'll keep the clothes he has on.
Making it to the Ruptured Duck is to head into London proper. It might take you a little more time to head there, but it's been a fairly early evening. It's just maybe a little after midnight at this point. So within the hour, you'll pull up to the Ruptured Duck. What are your plans?
Julian's gonna slam the door open practically.
Here it comes.
I'll go dominate some human and say, look, you have a free carriage. You should probably take this way out into the country.
The carriage, the human, the driver, they will vanish from your sight.
Okay.
What's
And
the
not
name
know
of the man
why.
that hired us? What's the name? What did you?
Wraith? Rap?
Wraith Habersham.
Yeah, he tried to. He
Habersham?
didn't say yes or no, but he was the guy who wanted us to do that.
I did. I said yes.
Oh, did you say yes? Okay.
Yeah. Haversham?
Oh, no, not here at the moment. Lenoir will wave to you.
That's the guy.
Sorry. Send a
Julian will
message.
turn and show, and you'll see the shirt that has the hole where he was staked.
Horace Holden comes running over. Ooh, delightful. Tell me the whole tale. Does it have anything to do with the fires? Oh, I do hope it has something to do with the fires.
That and the general's obviously turned a traitor, and he's been in on it the whole time.
You don't say.
A conspiracy, I know.
A conspiracy. Halesworth. This is juicy.
Well, I mean, it makes sense for a gangrel to act so vengeful. There must be something going on.
I've always thought so. Very strange. So, why did he burn the Crystal Palace then?
Haven't the foggiest. Why are his gangrel killing people on the streets not too far from here?
No, killing on the streets. No,
Believe
The
this is
masquerade.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for in English.
breaching the masquerade so blatantly, and no mesmerizing the public and like, oh, look away. Ah, it's just terrible. It's, whoa, I can't wait to tell others. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
a story with a villain is no good unless that villain gets his comeuppance.
Oh, so the final act has yet been written. Very good, very good. Oh, this should work fine though. I'll be checking in with you. So, Halesworth's the big bad
He's a co-conspirator.
co-conspirator. It burned his own holdings. The Crystal Palace and the cemetery, I understand, is on fire. Right now, as we speak.
I think he was doing it to frame someone.
Frame someone.
Someone who has a problem with him, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No.
I don't know if you know any long-standing rivalries that exist.
Well, I mean, there's Haversham, but he's harmless.
He hired us to burn down the subway.
Is that what you did?
No,
Well, it's on fire.
That wasn't
Sure
us. Thus, the framing part. You're right, correct? You know how these things work?
I'm trying to keep up. So, Haversham hired you to burn the Crystal Palace. You went to the Crystal Palace, and it burned.
and so did
But-
Haversham. I mean, so did the general. He went there as well.
He went, and he burned his prized possession. Okay, working on motivations here. Not quite sure why he would burn that, and then his own
I
haven.
did say that he burned down the Crystal Palace. I said it burned down.
Oh, but you didn't do it.
No.
I'm sure more will be illuminated later. I'll just keep taking notes.
To tell you the
You're right.
truth, man,
This is-
we're getting kind of upset because we're here trying to do something in the service to all the kindred, and we're getting caught up in this bullshit squabbling of the vampires here in London. Instead of helping us to do what is necessary, you got this guy over here saying, "Hey, do me this favor." You got this guy over here going, "Hey, do me this favor." I don't think you understand just how serious this problem is.
No, obviously not. So we should put aside all of our infighting amongst the clans and sects here in town.
Did we
And,
tell him what? I know we told Stephen Lenoir what Dusable was going to do. He was at the table, wasn't he? This guy,
I
the
think
writer?
so.
He was right
Horace
there.
Holden has long ears. He listens to everything.
Okay, it's like,
So if you said anything around him, he was looking for it.
Lenoir is the
The other La Sombra.
yeah.
right. Yeah.
He's the one that waved and said Havisham's not here.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave Holden. I'm gonna go over to Lenoir.
And now just tell Holden goes, yes, I would think it would be important for you kindred if a Methuselah was to awaken in London at this time. Don't you?
A Methuselah. Oh,
Don't
wait.
pretend like you don't already know. You overheard everything that was told a little while.
Oh, I'm sure I didn't, but I'm making copious notes now.
Oh, then
And
keep it
meanwhile
under-
over-
keep it under your hat, man.
At Lenoir's table, Lenoir brings the shadows in around you. Julian, he knows you're looking for privacy.
I've had enough.
Oh, of the city, of the...
Absolutely.
It does get trying at times.
At times.
How can I help?
Time has come for action.
Ooh. Tell me more.
I asked for your assistance once before.
And I laid out a very detail-oriented plan. We instill you with the higher ups in society. We let them get to know you. We maybe give you a couple of small mid-level jobs. We move you up through management. Within 10 years, you're running this city.
How very true.
Oh. You're trying to get my goat.
I've gotten it. I would be ashamed of myself if I were to accept that offer. Not only because we don't have enough time, but because it's no fun.
Oh, well, you know, the machinations of the Ivory Tower are rarely fun. We get an Elysium every now and again, but that's about it.
Well, I know another way we can get things done that won't result in us being too late. This requires a little bit of your knowledge. If you
Oh,
have it, of course.
I love using my knowledge. How may I help?
I want to get closer to the shadows.
Oh,
Do you know a way to do that?
you seem fairly adept with the shadows as we speak.
I am.
What are you referring to?
I was so before. Does he knows how to do the stuff that I need a teacher to do? Because he said he was the other Sombra, or does he not?
He, you don't know if he knows, but he's giving you a wry smile like he wants you to say it.
Okay.
Oh, now he's looking up the name.
I've seen the Avatar. I want to become it.
Oh. This is a skill which can't be learned on your own.
That's why I'm here.
I can teach it to you. Though you should know, I refused Malenkov when he asked.
And Julian just starts laughing. That's ironic.
Do tell.
I feel like he's a shoo-in to learn it. I don't know. Something about it.
You realize, of course,
He's not Kinneria, though.
I'm very much a believer in the ivory tower.
Yes.
It works for me. I've made it my own, as it were. He is an animal of the Sabbat. And if he knew a power such as this, he could wreak havoc across the world.
What an interesting fellow.
What would you do with it?
Save us.
How? Do you think it's power that saves you?
I think it's willingness to do what needs to be done.
Willingness. To be willing. That's the key. It's the key to our entire existence. Are we willing to exist the way we are? Are you willing to be the La Sombra you are? Are
Yes.
you willing to embrace these shadows?
Yes.
Are you willing to be embraced by the shadows?
All my life.
Come with me then. And we shall talk more of dark things. Lenoir will lead Julian to his private room and probably elsewhere throughout the rest of the night. They might not see you for a little bit. But, you know, you've got your phone.
Call me, page me if you want to reach me.
Call me.
For the rest, what are your plans? What are you trying to accomplish? Still fairly early for a vampire. 1 o'clock maybe, by the time you get to the duck.
I think. I really like what Vanyo and Julian were putting down with our aspiring writer friend. And so, being a gangrel who too was wounded in such a way, I will give him the inside scoop.
What are you going to tell him?
Well,
Delightful. Now I get to hear it from you.
that's just they were talking about as, from an outsider's perspective, it would be quite peculiar for a man to burn down his own estates, his own holdings. But then what greater inciting incident? What better false flag to justify sweeping up north and taking over territory because he has been slighted in a way that is so overt?
You think he's going to war?
I think a man who insists on being called a general.
I believe he actually is a general. He was at one point.
Yes, and that is what there are those who can say it's once in the army, always in the army. But consider a man such as him, with eyes on politics such as his are, but still being the clan in which he is from, to have someone destroy not one but two of your holdings in a way that is anathema to the kindred.
It would be a terrible slight, and oh, he would be angry. But he is he's so proper. His grievances, he normally brings them to court. He very rarely takes action like this so blatantly.
And how often has he gotten what he's wanted at the courts?
True.
He has tried the carrot time and again, and so now he's using the stick. Because when you get down and you cut to the quick and you look at the core of a person, he is a warrior, he is a gangrel. And what he cannot achieve through nicety, he will achieve through violence.
Yes, I see that. So who do you think he's after? Do you think it's Juliet Parr? She's the sheriff north of the city. She has control of a great many of the suppliers for the work crews. Her sledgehammer crew is quite potent. But then there's also the Nosferatu, laying claim to the underground that's being built, even before it's built completely. That would be a good claim for him to go after, too. Well, but then there's Fountain Dyke over at the asylum. He's never liked Fountain Dyke. Thinks Malkavians are crazy.
I have not heard of this. I've heard of the Nosferatu, and I know of the mutual sheriff on the right side of the river. I am not familiar with this. I've heard of the asylum, but not who owns it.
Yeah, it's Fountain Dyke is the Malkavian. He's a bit tetchy in the head, you know what you mean. But
He's Malkavian, of course he is.
the problem is that in court, he often opposes Havisham. I could see that a good many votes going the other direction because of it. That'd be the outside influence you could be talking about. The Malkavian's crazy enough to do it too. Interesting though, fascinating. So, what's your next move?
Well, now that we have given this information to the enterprising journalist we know you are, I think this time we seek our mutual point of obsession, which is the Burning Man.
Ooh. What can you tell me?
I may know where he is.
And where is he?
Do you like field work, my friend? Would you like to come and speak to him yourself?
Oh, now you're getting juicy. You wanted me to come with you to see what you're up to?
And this, I think, receiving things from the second hand is that it helps, but to be there in person for such a overnight, or rather overmorning sensation such as this, I like you. I want to bring you with. It should get you ahead in the publication.
I could be like a war correspondent. Oh, wonderful. Yes.
Then perhaps they will call me Admiral. If just to stick it to the general and make him just infuriated.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, let's do that. I'll come with you. Oh.
You'll be like the warrior kings of old. You'll be my scribe, as the Danes called it, my skald.
Are we going now?
I need to wait on my friend Mr. Black. He is conversing with like-minded folk. But
he disappeared with Lenoir. He might not be back for quite a while.
well, then we have time to, as they say in Chicago, shoot the shit.
What about the rest of you? Lilith, Vanyo?
You're
Somebody's
on mute,
muted.
Grace.
Both of you are
That's
muted.
me. That's always me. I'm curious if I would have gotten Dusable's number from Genghis.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be already in your phone?
What? Do you think
Oh,
everybody
no,
has?
no, that was Sister Benedicta. Never mind.
Yeah, not me, but and he doesn't necessarily know who I am, but I would have gotten his number from Genghis.
Yeah, that would have been easy enough, and you probably would have done it a long time ago since you've been on his trail for a bit.
Right, yeah. I guess I would just text the number I have for him, like, are you actually at the station, whatever station it is? I don't remember what it is.
Blackfriars. It's famous.
Black Friars? That's what I can't.
You will get a reply that says, "Come see."
What do you have for me?
Are you gonna text that to him?
Yeah. I'm basically just gonna have a conversation with him.
The response is a way home.
I want to ask him, how did you get here? How did you open that portal?
Come talk to me.
His answer is, "Who says I opened it?"
Who else would have?
A question mark comes back.
Are you actually at the station?
Come see. He's gonna play with you. But if you are thinking back to the situation in the temple below Chicago, he disappeared through a portal that was still open and looked like it was Portia that was powering it.
Oh, I suppose that's fair. I mean, yeah, I guess I'd bring that up. How did you abuse Portia? What did you do to her?
His reply is, "That's not Portia."
Uh-oh.
It's Nyarlathotep all along.
I'll come see you.
Smiley face. I'll assume that's going to be the end of the text conversation because
Right. Yeah.
that seems like it. So you're ready to go. Vanyo, what about you?
Vanyo's chilling out, surrounded by vampires, because that's the safest place he could be right now, waiting for everybody else to get done with their business. If it gets to the point where it's going to be coming up dawn, we have rooms here.
You do?
He will go and take advantage of that.
Horace would love to join you, Arthur, if you're going to head out. But Julian did get taken away by Lenoir.
I think definitely having the entire coterie involved in this would be worthwhile. Julian has a way with words that will probably be important in dealing with someone like Dusable. So we will wait until he's no longer doing his weird shadow magic bullshit. With
This weird shadow magic.
all this waggle fingery.
I need to see that again.
That is the jealousy of the gangrel right there.
Yeah, right.
It's just all pouring out. You could do amazing things, gangrel.
No, it's not jealousy. Once I get to Potence 5 and I can Fist of Cain and just Kali Ma people, then I'm good.
Julian is going to be gone for the night if he's pursuing what he's pursuing. So that's going to leave you with the option. You can go to Blackfriars on your own, take Horace Holden with you, or you can wait until the next night.
You know, I think letting someone like Horace sit on it and sizzle a bit, just really twist that knife, get him really invested, make him chomp at the bit. I'm gonna keep with what I said.
Okay.
We go as a coterie. He is coming as our entourage, and he will come with us on our time.
Then
And I'll message to Sable and say we'll get you first thing tomorrow.
it'll be then roughly 1:30, 2 in the morning when you have nothing to do. If you're waiting on Julian, you'll be waiting till the next night to go to Blackfriars. Is there anything you'd want to do in the interim? Any of you?
Are there runners, like either whether ghoul or just the like late night couriers I can hire to send a message?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to send a message to our what's her name? Our lovely other sheriff, the sledgehammer lady,
Juliet Parr.
Juliet. There it is. And to say this, the general is wounded, might be on the offensive. Resources are spread.
You write this all down in a note.
Yeah.
The bartender at the Ruptured Duck will find a reliable human to ferry this over to the Black Anvil. That's Juliet's home base. If you wait for a response, it'll be a couple of hours. It'll get you closer till dawn.
Yeah, I'll schmooze. We hope we won't be here over long, but if we're in this for the long haul, I want us to have a slowly growing network.
Sure.
So I'll just introduce myself as Maxwell's sheriff from Chicago, or just the Chicago sheriff in general, and
that's how she knows you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will make nice to other kindred here. Talk, exchange stories. With some alternating details. I can't quite say that I took the fight to the Prussians. During I fought alongside Napoleon for most of my time. If anyone has disciplines that can detect lies, there's not a single lie there.
No, you have fought next to Napoleon for many years.
And so that's what I'll do. I knew naming that dog after Napoleon was beyond being combatively French was also a good idea, and here we are. That's how I'm gonna kill time. It's just make acquaintances that will hopefully become friends.
You did say something in the last episode I wanted to bring back up. You were talking to the boy about looking for someone in the future, and you told him to look for Sic Semper Tyrannis.
Mm-hmm.
After I thought about that for a while, I realized it's 1859. And in 4 years, those words are going to take on a different meaning than I think you intended. You may have accidentally pushed him in the wrong direction.
We don't know how he got his nickname or his moniker. Maybe I come back. I'm Sabat now, I guess. Anarch, I fucking know. Time's fun. And time and this year 2020 is a funky fresh concept. I don't know it. The only way I know it's Wednesday is because we streamed today.
But by 1864, when John Wilkes Booth's final words, are broadcast around the world, he might find it confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And not relate that to the tattoo on your back.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Nothing you can do about that now.
Yeah, it's more that thing. It's like it's like fuck fascists. But he'll I can't control the boy. He'll act out. It's fine. He's fine. Going through teen angst.
He needs to be searching anyway.
Yeah.
You'll get a message back from Juliet Parr on a little scribble paper, same as yours, that says, your contribution is appreciated. See you soon.
Lamenting not having immediate text. We could send just kissy wink face emoji back at them. He's like...
the things we lose by not having the technology.
Yes, and he's like hugs and kisses, and just take the paper and just throw it and into the hearth. I'm assuming they've got a hearth, or they've got some kind of low lighting just to burn it.
It's gone, and there's no evidence that she ever sent you a message. But there it is. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. The sun will be up within an hour and a half. If there's anything left for this day or this night for you, Kindred, what would you do?
I mean, I want to go. I was gonna go see Dusable when I said I'll come see you. Yeah.
Arthur didn't want to go. Did you want to go without?
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't have asked him, frankly.
She's like, fuck him. I'm gonna go do this.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, do it. Hustle.
Do you want to go to Blackfriar Station? It isn't that far from the Ruptured Duck. It is central.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I want to have a conversation with Dusable without other people around. Yes.
Okay. Julian's nowhere to be found, but what about Vanya?
I mean, I wouldn't tell him that I was leaving or anything like that. If he notices, that's a different story, but I wouldn't tell him.
Vanya, you look up and she's gone.
This happens all the time. There's nothing new about it.
He doesn't seem to be too fazed by it. So it looks like you're heading over to Blackfriar Station alone.
Yep.
This usually works out well.
Yeah. Absolutely fantastically.
Mm-hmm.
The station is probably just a 25-30 minute walk from the Ruptured Duck, heading almost due north from where you are. The station itself, Blackfriars, is under construction. It's a big pit in the ground. Most of it is open. A lot of what people don't understand about the London Underground, it wasn't dug as a tunnel. It was dug as a trench. And then it was given a roof later on. So the opening area that leads into Blackfriars Station is a gigantic trench that finally turns into a roofed opening and continues on into the station. It is, well, probably 4 a.m. by the time you get there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe take you there. Here you go. Little Blackfriars under construction. This is what it would have looked like during the day. You're there at night, so you don't see all these humans milling about. But the machinery is still there, the trench is there, the roofed cavern is there. And straight ahead of you is the darkness.
I mean, I just call out, Dusable.
Here.
Oh shit. Sorry.
You come to me.
Where are you?
I'd like to be above ground. I don't want to go down below yet.
If you're standing on street level, you're looking down into about a 12-foot pit, a trench that runs along the street, and down into the darkness to your left.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like he's coming out.
Fine. I'll go back to the ruptured duck. I mean, I'm not fucking putting up with this.
You did get good confirmation, though. You did hear his voice. He is definitely down under there in the construction of Blackfriar Station.
Yeah.
I've got entirely the wrong sounds on this scene because there's no training. There. If you're going to head back to the duck, then it's a bit of a bust.
Yeah.
You can stop by the newsstand on the way, and you'll see a rendering, probably not a picture, but a rendering on the front page of the burned down Crystal Palace. Show you that too.
We never should have gone in there. I'll just walk past it.
We're not the ones who burned it down.
You keep saying that.
Thank you for the cheer, Wolf. That wasn't us. That was other people.
We innocent.
Just because I didn't get a chance to show you the aftermath, there is the skeletal remains of General Halesworth's prized possession. The World Exhibition Hall of the Crystal Palace. Gone too soon. But then you'll go back to the ruptured duck. If that's all for your evening, then that's all for the evening. And we could kind of leave it there, because the next night, things are going to really kick off. So a little bit of a shorter show tonight, but let's call it there. Everybody back together at the ruptured duck. Lilith, you know where Dusable is. And
I mean,
Arthur,
he wasn't lying. That's
no,
a
he
big
wasn't
thing
lying.
for me. Yeah.
Arthur, you've had a little bit of a conversation with Juliet Parr, albeit through notes. Julian, you're on a vision quest. We'll see how that pans out. Vanya, you are so very Vanya.
Isn't that the truth?
But you are still injured, am I correct? You took a lot of damage tonight.
Yeah, I've got still, let's see, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 slashes.
You'll have to wait until you rest before you can try to rouse and heal yourself again. But at that point, you'll be able to heal 2 more points of your superficial damage.
How'd I get my willpower back? Same way?
Yeah, so
It's
it's just
by
open.
resting. Replenishes itself every night, so spend it freely.
Got it.
All right. And with that, I'll say goodnight to everybody and let the cast introduce themselves. Lilith, let's start with you. Who are you?
I'm Lilith, and I guess I'm Grace, and I played Lilith, I suppose. And my lovely puppy is Moose.
Moose! Moose.
I'll
stole
get
the
her out.
show tonight.
Yeah, get her out. Get her out.
Moose coming in to steal the spotlight right out from underneath us.
That's how you
I
should
had
say her
hoped that
name.
you were gonna pick me last.
Oh, I didn't. I like changing. You're not always last.
Oh, Moose. It's like, oh, hi, Mom.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Official Wicked Studios mascot,
There
Moose.
you go.
And Arthur, tell us about your.
I'm Alex Maxwell. I played Arthur Valand. The night did not end how I anticipated it, and I dig that. But I'm excited to see where this all goes now. And Julian's got a drinking buddy.
Yes.
If you ever see him again.
It's just like
Finally have something that you really truly share. That's
yes, we'll be comparing like which generation is like the best vintage. You know, which has like I think this one is a bit nutty with a hint of raspberry. Yeah, become like Vitae winos.
Read the chat, Grace.
and Julian White or Julian Black or Julian off to find the shadows.
Julian, whoever you want. Yeah, I'm Julian White. He's calling himself Julian Black right now because he thinks it's funny. Nothing matters. And he finally is gonna learn something. And I don't know. Timey-wimey's weird. Have fun.
It's a big ball of timey-wimey. Yeah. And player DM or will DM, will the player, will the not DM,
Will dot player. It's not that hard, Tony. Just like when I'm running, it's will.dm, will.gm. It's all the same, man. Anyway, hey, everybody. I want to say thank you for everyone for showing up and watching the show, as always. Yes, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the chat, as always. And Wolf, you are awesome. Thank you for all the cheers. And anybody else who cheered that I did not notice. As always, you guys are great. Don't forget...
We don't know what we're going to do with them, but thank you for the cheers.
He's going to give us experience points.
Probably something like that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there was we got was like 1,000 for like 1,000 bits for walking that line. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cheered like 100,000, so that's what 100 experience points, right? Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
that must be. Let's go with that.
Sure. But anyway, thank you as always, everyone. Please, if you haven't joined the Wicked Studios Discord, you can find a link to it. If you're on Twitch, you can find a link to it down below. If you're not on Twitch, and if you're watching us on other avenues, you should check us out on Twitch, which it should be posted up in there. But it's Wicked Studios LLC. Just go search yourself there, because then you can be part of the live chat.
And the live chat was going gangbusters tonight. I don't have time to look at it when I'm doing the game, but man, I it's scrolling past. Awesome.
Yep. And Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we will have our Dragonlance Chronicles, where we're in the second module of that classic D&D campaign. And then every Tuesday, we have Greyhawk Adventures, also at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So please check out all of those. And again, as always, thank you for coming. Stay safe. And unless anybody else has something to say, au revoir.
See you next week. Tune us back in.
Bye.